Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rebels will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Miles. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. It's a fumble. Offense scoops it up and still going. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Burks. Quick completion on the out. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line?
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Well, we knew coming into this game that field position was going to be massive. They had their backs against the wall in their own opening drive, but a really nice job there on the run, third down, getting some breathing room, moving the sticks.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's awesome. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
From the gun, the running back has it. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. Tries to get it on the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. In the red area, it's awesome. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give is to Williams. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Barnes. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That's reeled in. It's Harris. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Breaks the tackle. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium, but sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times now they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the game.
Turning it on! Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Looking downfield, it's Burks. Moves away as he feels pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Makes the grab. It's Harris. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. Look out, he's got room. Runs through the tackle. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Got some room under the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. In this drive from the 28-yard line. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Quickly complete. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback will keep it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period, first down here. Trying the left side. He had all kinds signs of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's rock, Death Valley is rock and grind to help the Tigers on third down. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Fourth down and 12 is four-down territory for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best.
He'll take a shot. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play. And he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. The timing needs to be precise on those out routes, and the quarterback just gave him too much ground to cover.
Yeah, and you got to know when to throw that. Right when he's breaking out of his break, I got to put that ball and put it on him. And you could tell the timing was a little bit off, just a little too much juice from the QB.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. And White crossed the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ready to send the offense onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Oh, he's got a chance. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Barnes. Complete to the right. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Back to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. He'll take it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Quarterback keeper. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. To throw, it's Burks. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Hard running there. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Brought down, but not before he bullied his way inside the 10 to the 8.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Snap in the shotgun. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home today.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over UCF. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Barnes. Gets open down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They want to run this quarterback. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air on 1st down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it on the right. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back. And as an added bonus, they get the first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense ready to go back to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on...
Oh, It's picked off, not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the gun, running back gets to give. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdown.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. To the air, it's Barnes. Got the quick pass. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it out fast. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. The quarterback run is part of their game plan. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. On the move. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in it.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On target to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah,
turning it on. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here they're trying to get to the edge. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Barnes. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half. Almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Motion from the back. On the option. Now the toss. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Burks. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring deep.
It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers. And Kyle.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He'll keep it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to...
Time to take a shot. A full dive to haul that one in. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Ready. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Let's go. Give to the running back. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that 6th sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that 1st down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a 1st down. And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Dropping back, it's Barnes. Right on target this time. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know
picked off to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You want to talk about versatility at the linebacker spot, and this guy is it. He had 2 interceptions in his last game. That's his first pick in this one. He's good stopping the run. He can go sideline to sideline. He can blitz. He can spy. And, man, he is really good in coverage.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Finds his man. It's Harris. On the move at the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clemson is quick to the line. Reads it, fires complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. We started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Rebels with the 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to keep it in the air. Catch in the middle. It's Vick. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. A run for the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Dropping back, it's Barnes. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Big guy smells it. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. He gets the 2-point conversion as they draw ever closer. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Burks. The quick out. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Shows him the stiff arm. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds a man on the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36.
Here we go.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Here comes the heat. Complete downfield. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Gonna swing it on second down. He's got his man, makes the grab. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Rebels want to move quickly. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He wants it all. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.